Hey guys, and welcome to another speed build. Today we are building the Witch's Manor, which is a spooky kind of haunted house inspired by James Turner or the Sim Supply here on YouTube. He built a haunted house and I was like, ooh, that looks like fun. I want to make my own haunted house, especially because Halloween is my favorite holiday, as many of you know, and so I wanted to do something in the spirit of Halloween. This house is a 1-bedroom, 1.5-bath home. There's a half bath downstairs, but you could easily fit a shower in there. I just didn't. And then upstairs there's an ensuite, which is a full bath. And there is an extra room at the end of the hall upstairs, but I turned it into kind of like a witch's studio with some weird stuff in it for potions and things. But you could easily delete that stuff and have it suit your needs better, whether you make it a study or a kid's room or something like that. But obviously, if we have a creepy old spinster, she's probably not going to have, children staying at her house unless she's going to eat them, like some Hansel and Gretel stuff. But this witch does not, so she just has a little spell room. There is a pretty decent sized back porch, as well as a small little front porch area. I was looking at a reference photo there because I wasn't sure how haunted house roofs looked, so I was looking up a reference photo. But yeah, I really like this home. It's kind of a mix of creepy and kitschy. There are definitely Halloween, pumpkin kind of ghosty decorations around that aren't necessarily actually kind of creepy haunted. They're more kind of cute, but whatever. It worked. It worked for what I wanted it to be. And if you're wondering about my schedule, I know I still haven't got it up to where it's supposed to be, and I've apologized so many times that I'm not going to apologize anymore. Frankly, I've just got a lot going on in my life right now, both with school and my personal life. So I just have not had the time really to record, and so instead of following the schedule as much as I was hopeful it would work out, I'm going to attempt to follow that, but really I'm just going to upload when I can, because it's just been a lot of stress on me trying to film things, and honestly too, my editing program is being super weird. I put this in to edit it, and it's not even that long of a build. It only took me an hour and a half. And somehow, it took literally 24 hours for this video to process in my editing program for me to edit it. It was ridiculous. The amount of time was just absolutely ridiculous. And so I had plenty of time. I was oh, I'll edit this video, and then I'll film this, and it'll be great. And then it took the whole day. And so by the time I got it up to edit, I didn't even have time to edit anymore. So I'm going to have to look into the program. I don't know if it needs updated or what the deal is, but it was really, really weird. So it's just been a bunch of stuff, and it's been hard for me to film. But I am having a vacation from university coming up soon. So I'm hoping that in that time frame I'll be able to kind of pre-record a lot of stuff for you guys, so that way I can kind of get myself back on schedule. But as of currently, I'm not going to push it too much. I'm going to just try to get videos out. I really want to catch up though, because what is the name of that? City Living comes out next week, I think, and I really want to start a new Let's Play for that to kind of explore the game a little bit. So, I don't know, we'll figure it out. You guys have been great, so I was just kind of giving you a heads up. But yeah, I got to use those cool shutters, not shutters, but the windows that have the shutters closed. I got to use those for the first time ever, and I was super stoked about it because they look just super creepy. I mean, who has a nice kind of bay window type cutout like that and keeps the shutters closed? Probably someone who doesn't like people very much, kind of like a witch or something. Not literally, but you guys get what I'm saying. So I thought that it was a lot of fun to use those. I kind of mixed those windows with some more kind of dark, creepy windows from Get Together. I also tried to use the ones with shutters and stuff just because I thought it fit the look a little bit better. So I was really happy with the way the windows looked. And I did also use the ivy. I wish that they had a darker green color so it didn't look so vibrant, but I really wanted the house to look worn, so that was like the best way I could do that. Even though it would look better with like darker ivy, it still looks good. And this is me going through the catalog. I was pulling out some decorations that I wanted to use in the yard. I really wanted to make the yard look like disheveled and overgrown. I really wish that we had those creepy old trees that were like in The Sims 2 and 3, the ones that were like just like skeleton trees, but we didn't have those. So I used what I could to make it look creepy. I used a lot of that overgrown grass and like the really bushy kind of low flowers, as well as some of like the spiky, what do they call those? Not tiger lilies, pussy willows, I think. The things that look like cattails, those things. I used a lot of those, and basically just plants that kind of looked not so neatly kept or trimmed, just to kind of make it a little more spooky. And I did think it needed a little bit of color, so I went around and threw in those red, I think they're called holly locks from the Romantic Garden expansion. And you can see I'm checking the thumbnail frequently because something just didn't look right to me and I couldn't figure out what it was, but I realized that that little window cover thing is too high, and you see I just moved it down, and so then I was happy with it. I don't think I put much on the porch here. I put this little bench and just some lights, and I believe I put some pumpkins up there. Yeah, there they are. I just wanted it to look kind of cute and Halloween decorated, even though like maybe this house is kind of one of those houses that just an older lady lives at, and she can't really afford to take care of it. And so the whole like neighborhood, like all the neighborhood kids think that she's like a witch, but really she's not. She's just an old lady and she can't really take care of her home anymore. So even though she can't take care of the yard and stuff, she still likes to decorate for Halloween because she's hopeful like they'll come visit her house for candy, but they don't because they're scared of her because they think she's a witch. You know what I'm saying. Well, there was a movie that was like that. I don't remember the movie. Probably a lot of movies, to be honest. I decided to put a little well back here, but then I remembered when I was looking through the catalog that we have the actual wishing well, so I do believe that I switch it out for that because it looks a little more kind of spooky, which is what we were going for. On the porch, oh yeah, that's the well. That's the one I put there. On the porch, I just put in some kind of workstations, pumpkin carving, and a woodworking bench. And then I put in some flower pots, and I think I might put like a bench. Yeah, I put a bench. Kind of just to make it look like very unkempt and kind of practical versus like nice and decorated, you know, like she uses it because she uses it, not because she wants to relax. There is going to be the half bath, and then I separated out the kitchen and the living room because I wanted this house to have an older feel, so I did not want to do like an open floor plan type thing. And it worked out because indenting the kitchen a little bit gave me the perfect place for the stairs. And this house does have a fireplace. Normally I put in a chimney and I forget the fireplace. I do use those skeleton hand lights too, and like I said, I know they're not creepy, like there's some things that are just kind of kitschy, but I just think they're so cute, and so I really wanted to use them, so I do put them in there. I also utilize the creepy like picture changing portraits, because those things of course are perfect for a haunted house. Also the creepy curtains, and I will use the creepy furniture here that's covered up with the, I don't know what it's supposed to be, some kind of like drape to protect the furniture. I don't remember what they're called. Muslin? Maybe. I don't remember. Anyways, now I'm trying to find a rug. I don't know. I just kind of filtered it by black and gray to keep everything kind of dark. I wanted to use those spider webs, but I don't actually think I ended up using them. And here I was trying to look at all the spiders to figure out which one I wanted to put over the kitchen door. I just went with the plain black one. You know, I'm just trying to keep it very dark and gloomy and kind of depressing, as sad as that sounds. But, I mean, what haunted house is a happy place? Probably, like, not any would be my guess. Maybe one for, like, little kids. But this is supposed to be a real, like, spooky haunted house. So we didn't want anything to be too bright and cheery. This is the half bath, and as you can see, it is pretty big, so you could definitely fit a shower or a tub or something in there, but I didn't want to. I wanted to keep it a half bath and just keep the shower upstairs, so I ended up putting in a double countertop, which you would not have to do. You could easily put a shower in there instead. And I do throw in a little bit of color here and there. I try to stick to like reds and purples just because it's not realistic to have the whole house be dark, but I wanted the overall appearance to be dark. So I just went with some kind of darker toned colors, if that makes sense, which I'm sure you could tell. And then the kitchen, I wanted to make it look very used and almost like maybe she's brewing potions in there. So I do kind of clutter up this back counter with kind of odd things. I actually don't think I keep any of that stuff there at all. And I put in a little dining table. I figured she probably wouldn't have that many guests coming to visit her, so 3 chairs would definitely do. And then that back corner on the other side of the kitchen, I end up actually just putting a bunch of bookshelves because I would imagine that she would have a lot of like spell books and recipes and things. I also used the grandfather clock because it just seemed like the perfect place to use it. And here you can see I'm actually creating kind of like an L-shaped bookcase, and I just think it looks really cool, like all jammed in that corner together. And here I'm looking through to find things that look like they could be used for potion making. So I pulled out the jar of peppers. Oh, and I was going to size up the barbecue utensils to be like fireplace pokers, but it looked kind of stupid, so I didn't. But I feel like in the right setting, that could definitely work. But they were too modern for this house. So, yeah, but we need fireplace pokers. I feel like it's very incomplete without it. I know you can't actually use them, but I want them. Anyways, now we're working on the upstairs. That little bedroom there will be the office / witch's room. And then this room obviously is the master room with the ensuite. And then you have that little kind of odd shaped room, which is the landing for upstairs. Again, everything is just kind of dark and black and gray and brown and older looking, but I think it works. And that sink, ooh, did I test that sink? I don't think I tested this house. I meant to. But usually you can put a sink at the end of a bath like that and it still works, so it should work just fine. If not, then you might need to do some rearranging in the house, but you know, not a huge deal. And I put some candles around in the bathroom floor just because, you know, people light candles when they take baths, so I thought that was kind of cute. As for the bedroom, I stuck to that same like dark kind of gray, blacky theme, and you can see that the windows are uneven, but I actually kind of liked it, so I left it like that. That one window is just a little bit lower, which actually isn't too unusual for older homes, so I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. And the master bedroom is pretty simple, just a bed and a dresser and a little ottoman to sit. Now I'm working on the little, what do you call that, upstairs landing, I guess would be the term. Just decorating it a little bit, and I do end up putting in a chess table just so that there's another skill building object if you do want to use this house in your game. I did reuse one of the changing paintings. Now this is her little like witch's studio kind of thing, and I put that machine in there to kind of act as like maybe she mixes potions on it, like it's a special potion station, and I put that in there to kind of be her supplies. And I just put little shelves filled with random things and bookshelves and just like really odd things in here. I know it's a little strange, but I wanted it to look like she made potions and worked her magic in there. There's also one of those cool trunks. I put in a chalkboard and some like kitchen utensils so that she could, you know, chop things up or stir things, and she can write down recipes on her board and some supplies. So there, that is the house completed. Like I said, this video is up, or this house is up on the gallery. If you want to download it, it is called The Witch's Manor, which is the same title as the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little spooky Halloween treat, and if you are like looking for Halloween costumes still, I don't have a lot of Halloween stuff on my other channel for this year because, like I said, I've been really busy, but there are some older ones, so go ahead and check out my makeup channel. It's linked in the description down below if you're looking for costume ideas. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope you're excited for City Living. I know I am, and regardless of if I'm caught up or not, I am going to be making a new series of City Living because I cannot wait to play that game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one. Happy Halloween, everybody. Be safe out there.